Well,
Well,
I
that was
come out like a technical genius. Don't be fooled. Don't ever call me to help you fix a technical problem.
Mike's like, that was it.
Yes. Well, they have that quote that says, if it's not broke, I'll fix that.
I like that. I like that. I really like that.
That's the best. That'll be the slogan for my truck. Oh, it's not broke? I'll fix that.
Well, I know thing for sure. Thank you for that, for the Skype. So now we're rolling. Happy Tuesday, guys. We are rolling into episode 25.
Yes. Taking advantage of the day or life. Behind me, decided to pick a new scene. If you wonder if it's live, you're going to see a wave runner behind me going across the water because this stuff is awesome. Love it.
It's a really beautiful setting. And so what would you say for today's topic is pick your slice.
Yes. Elle, go into it. I told you I'm always running my mouth, as everyone already knows, but tell me what you got from that, because I think we're on the same page as always, but just tell me what you think about pick your slice.
Well, I loved it because when you were talking about earlier this morning, it's those things that you don't think of that have an effect on how it is that you go about life. Something so simple which you use in your experience that people would laugh at. But
they did.
Yeah. And yours was pizza. So you said when you go to the store, the restaurant, you always
ever since I was little, Ellie.
Like, oh, really?
Oh my goodness. Mom used to say to me, when I tried to do it when I was younger, but my obsession with food would I guess override, or greediness, as some people say, her intention for me to stop. My intention was no. But so
Really?
yes, we'll continue. But yes, what about picking a slice? Most people will go in there and do what?
Oh, wow. Well, they would, like I used to do, they would just accept whatever was given to them, whatever slice. And I know for myself, when I would do that, I would then get upset that they didn't select the one that I wanted, but I never even told them what I wanted.
And they would have got it for you if you would have said it. They would have got it for you.
Yes, and that's why the title resonated so much when you said that you were sharing that story about yourself. And I said, wow, how often do we do that in life as well? We just accept what's handed to us. Like
as if we didn't have a choice.
Yes. And it's like, well, what is that? Why is that? Why do we hold back? Why do we hold back?
From personal experience, Elle, I can say it was taught, but the lesson actually is all coming to me right now as we're talking. So I'm channeling this and I'm putting everything together. Well, the collective me is putting everything together, because I remember when I say that one, mom or dad, not all the time, would be like, Michael, just take one. And I'd be so picky about which one. And I was taught, just grab something. And I'm like, why would I just grab anything? Yeah, it's all pepperoni, but this is the bigger one. And then they learn, don't complain. Oh, you don't have to. And sometimes I feel intentionally they would try to hand me the smaller slice just to show me how to settle and be happy with whatever was given to me. Which made me more determined to make sure I got what I wanted. But I was teaching myself a life lesson, and I hope everyone can get on board what I'm saying. Even down to the slice of pizza, I was actually teaching myself a lesson. And that lesson was, don't let someone pick something for you when you have the opportunity to pick what you want.
Correct. That's a big lesson in and of itself, because again, even subconsciously, and even being told, settle, don't be greedy. Those are all subconscious messages as a child. I heard this morning, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Reverend Ike, but he was sharing.
Underrated, underutilized.
One of his things was, it's evil. Forgive me if I don't say the words verbatim, but the message was about
paraphrasing.
Yeah, paraphrasing is that the evilness is what we ingrain in our children, and a lot of times we inflict upon them our limiting beliefs on things.
Yes, more often than not.
Yeah, and their brains are so susceptible at that age, and are so light and free. It's a really tender area to nurture, to
Brian
nurture.
Scott actually mentioned the same thing. It's so funny you're bringing this up because you actually showed me the other video the other day, and Brian Scott, who's another amazing person that you and I both love in our family, he mentioned the same thing. He said true evil. It's so funny you mentioned this for the second time. So there's definitely a lesson for everybody taking this that L's bringing up again. He said is to influence your children with limiting beliefs of lack and intentions that don't serve them because their mind is literally a sponge. Elle, you have children, so you know they'll listen to whatever you say.
Yes, yes, it's so true. And I always say we're both teacher and student at the same time. And it's so profound with the children to understand that their part in this is for you as well. And I love the word that you always say, egotistical, is to get out of your own way in thinking that messages can't be delivered through a child,
Yes,
you know?
yes, yes.
Um, like well, a personal example, I always like to give an example. It's like, okay, well, what? My daughter, she loves lighting candles. And Mike, do you have headphones, by the way? Because I hear a lot of background.
Oh, do you really? Okay,
If you don't, it's okay.
okay.
I was just curious if you did.
I'll try to cover it up a little bit.
Oh, that's perfect.
Is that like that? Is that better?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll do like this.
that'll be your arm workout.
Yeah, I know, right, Elle? Right?
My daughter, she loves candles, and so she would light a candle. So she has a stick that she uses, a wooden stick, to light the candle. And I said, and I saw her that the candle didn't light one day, and so she just walked over to the sink and put it in the water and went back to, we have a gas stove, to light the gas stove and dip it in the fire. And I was like, that's not gonna work. I was like, once you dampen the stick, it's not gonna light. And she said, totally ignored me. She said, yeah, it will. And I was like, you know what?
Did she
Okay.
really? Go ahead, girl.
And it lit. And it was such a reminder for me is not to instill my limiting beliefs on her.
Yeah.
Is she hurting anybody? Nope, she sure isn't. Don't tell her what she can't do. And I
Yes.
love that she stood into her knowing and
Yeah.
did it anyway.
That is so, and you know, Elle, patting yourself on the back too for not making her, which
Yes,
you had the power to do, to stop doing and say, don't do that. You just said it's not going to work, and even though you said it was limiting, at least you didn't say, don't do that. It's not going to work because you didn't give her a chance to try.
correct, Mike. That's very true. And in fact, when she did it, I was like, wow. I said, excuse me. Okay, I learned something.
Oh
And
no, go to your room. Like,
I know, right? But those are all opportunities that we
yes,
had to empower them, just to get out of our own way a little bit with the youth. It's not anything, a lot of times we label it disrespectful,
yes,
and again, disrespectful is calling you names that don't align to how you feel, not standing in your power and belief. If it's
yes.
not actually harming anyone, that's what I ask. Is it harming them? Or is it hurting my pride? And that's the difference for myself.
It's so sorry about the little boat riding past. You might hear a little bit of noise right here. One is riding
Hmm.
by. It's so fun. But one of the big things, like you just said, El, is like I'm learning ego. It plays more of a role in our life than we think it does. Also worrying about what people think, and pick your slice is you always have a choice.
Hmm.
You always have a choice. There is never a time you don't. You may believe that you don't have a choice,
Hmm.
but you can pick something as easy as you can put it not as you cannot pick something. And I feel too many times we're on autopilot, which is why we don't do it. It's a subconscious decision made by other people that said, don't do this, this isn't right. Like, and so it's funny because when my wife and I go into the store, and I always do it to this day, and she's like, that's so, she gets flushed. She's like, oh my God, here he goes again. And I'll be like, have that. I'm like, nope, that slice right there. And the guy, actually, people enjoy it. And they're like, this one right here. And then you know what's funny? If I'm ordering 2 slices of pizza, the person won't pick the other one until they ask me which one, or they'll go on their own and pick a bigger one for me.
Wow. Wow. It's kind of like the universe. It's like, oh, you want that? I'll give you even more. Having something
Yes.
clear. How
What
important do you feel that is to have a clear vision that you want?
I think it's everything. I think clarity is everything, but you have to allow clarity by being patient. But I feel the biggest mistake people do is they are physically action based, not understanding that action is emotion, action is feeling, which actually depicts everything you see in life.
Hmm.
So what I'm getting at is, if you don't know what you're going to do and you just get in a car and drive, some people are just happy they're driving. But what if you're driving in the wrong direction? Some people are just happy, well, at least I did something. Well, you could have waited for the direction, and then you wouldn't have to come all the way from back there to over here, because it actually took longer. But you were so stuck on the fact that you were just moving.
Mm. Very clear. Very clear. That's very clear. And sometimes I would feel that perhaps we have that hesitancy is because there's a little lack of faith
Yes.
in regards to the universe delivering if we're too clear.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Yeah. And
It's
it's not, if there, again, we always remind you there is an abundance. There's an abundance. There's the only thing that has to be unlocked is the knowing. And I feel personally there's phases to knowing. Um, we talked about this earlier, faith.
I was hoping you talk about that, L. Yes.
Hmm.
That is a path, but it's not the ultimate, is it, L?
It's not the ultimate, but it is a start.
Very, very good start is faith. Even
Hmm.
I think clarity is good, because with clarity, at least you know what you want. I mean, your universe already does know what you want, but when it's consciously known what you want, and that's only known through contrast. So you say, I don't know what I want, then why would you do anything yet? Wait till that clarity comes through. It's going to come into your life. You're like, I know what I want. Like these glasses. Like, I have wanted an awesome pair of glasses, but I did not know what I wanted. These are brand new, came in like late, what was it, like 3, 4 days ago.
I have to
I
get a
just
pair.
saw somebody and I saw YouTube, and the second I saw them glasses, I knew these were the glasses I had to have. But my desire was, I wanted glasses. Now, I didn't go shopping for a lot of glasses. I didn't go through. In fact, I lied. I went for 2 seconds. I looked, and I noticed that I was starting to search too strongly. It was frustration. This isn't it. It's not Oakley's. Oh, I thought this guy was wearing this, or I thought he was wearing. No, I said, wait a minute. Lay back. So I watched the movie. And I called her. We're talking about. I never even mentioned. Talked about all this different stuff. Next day, my wife walks up and goes, "Oh my God, so funny! Like, I saw the glasses you were looking at, so I wrote an email to the guy, because he actually left an address in the video of where he got his stuff, and he mentioned about the glasses, and the owner of the company wrote back to me.
Wow.
Dude, I didn't do anything else, and
That
they wrote back
is beautiful.
everything. He said, I'll make them for you. Here's the options, design them, and I'll send them out to you. All I did was leave it alone. I put it down because I started getting frustrated with trying to find them. I was even, as your mind gets worse, once again, pick your own side. I was like, you know what? I'll just settle for these. These look close enough. And say, wait a minute, you're settling?
Hmm.
You're allowing someone to hand you something that you really don't want
Hmm.
just to have it right now? It
Yeah.
was literally less than 24 hours. The owner of the exact same company of the glasses I saw, unbeknownst to me at the time, had reached out to my wife and said, hey, I got glasses. Show them these right here. Now I'm sitting here with them 4 days after, 5 days later.
Wow. That is such a nice reminder too about combining it all.
Mm-hmm.
There's like we are here building a toolbox of tools for you to grab into for alignment. And one
Yeah.
of them is, like Mike said, clarity. He knew he wanted the glasses. He picked his slice. but also you know the feeling when you're trying too hard. Only you know where misalignment is. And when that misalignment comes in, that's your cue to relax.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
like if anyone drives a stick, that's all. Oh, there it goes. Thanks, Mike. That's all it is shifting. You're just shifting through, and the universe is telling you and guiding you when to shift for a
Yes.
smooth ride, for a really
Yeah.
smooth ride.
Yes. And yes. It's so true. I what I'm proud of myself for doing is something I normally don't do. I know myself in the past when I'm a very passionate person when I know I want something. And when the rare occasion that it just doesn't float into my life, I tend to go further digging. And this time, due to the practicing and the constant practicing, I did something different and I let go. Didn't give up. I gave it, giving and not giving up. I gave in to the higher power. I didn't give up on what I wanted. I didn't
Mm.
know how it was going to turn out. I literally distracted myself long enough. Less than 24 hours later, it shows up in my life. Not
When
kind of what I wanted,
hmm
everything I wanted.
that was really, really valuable too, is you saying that, you didn't know how. And that's another trigger, another stone in our way that we don't see a lot of times that we trip over is
Yes,
don't know how. And we're trying to figure out how and get lost in the weeds of your only thing was a desire and clarity and letting go.
yes,
But we
yes.
trip at that stage of how is it going to get. It's like, no, 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 not your place. Not your place.
Does that take practice, though? Does that take practice?
It does take practice. It really does take practice. I know for myself, home shopping, anything fun, we have a way of making it not. And now I'm being at the stage of purchasing a home. So the individual had told me what it is that you can get in your range. And initially, I was like, oh my God, what? Really? And I
Now
sat
it's
on the
her to pick
couch,
for you. Pick for you what you if you allowed it.
if you allowed it, which I did. Now, prior to, I wasn't sure what state I wanted to be in. I wasn't sure where in the state I want, what city. I wasn't sure of anything. And I had sent to the universe, I just need clarity on where I'm supposed to be. It's like, okay, and leave it there. Now, when they told me the house range, I got frustrated until I sat down and I said, there's always a choice in everything. Why can't you use it as a starting point for fun so you can figure out where you want to be? This process has turned itself a 360.
Really?
So
I'm not
much
surprised, but I love hearing it.
fun. So much fun. We're going out. You unlock that there's no limit to what they told you. It's such a practice. But now you're having so much fun playing in this that you're being guided. You're never limited. It's only in your brain the limitation can
Wow,
take place. Bottom line.
wow, wow. I love it. I love hearing that. It is.
Yeah.
It's so awesome hearing that, L. And now, like, you learn to just let
B.
go.
Just let go. It's already done. It's already done. It's
I,
done.
I love it. I love it. This is so awesome. And the message we're dropping to everybody is be picky.
Mm-hmm.
Be what someone else would call selfish. Pick the biggest slice and don't feel guilty. It's your life. Pick it. Don't make
Yes.
excuses for what you want. Don't try to downplay or justify why you want the biggest and the best because you're here to get it. But if you think you don't deserve it, then life won't reserve
Ooh, oh, yes, yes, yes. Hold up. Where's my little clapping?
it. Whoa,
Yes.
whoa, we're so corny, but
That was really good. Now, let's see. We have to remember where that was. 19
yeah.
minutes in. That was
Oh
really good. I really like that. And Mike, one thing is too that you said the justification of it, right? For your um, desire to pick a certain size slice, your justification. Learn from the children. When you ask them why they did X, Y, Z, their answer is probably like, because. That's
Yes,
enough.
absolutely. L and yes, L and pick and imagine this. If you let a child pick their slice and you say cut it in half, they'll cut a big half and a small half, and they'll take the big half
Right?
unless you stop them and go, no, if you cut that big one, then you can't have it. But honestly, that's all about teach them. It's a game, it's something small, it's a sandwich. But watch a child. If you
Mm-hmm.
say you got to split this with your brother or sister, they have no problem cutting it in their version of what a half is. And they will keep the
Exactly.
biggest part for themselves. But honestly, that's the way it should be.
Yes. Yep.
The only
Getting rid of
difference is you
all
don't have
the
to share. You know what I mean?
exactly because there's plenty. It's plentiful. It's
You don't have
plentiful.
to share.
But yeah, and just leaving you guys with again with this, you can take something air quotes small to play in. And Mike, I love your example of a pizza. If you're going out and you're
Thank
selecting
you.
something, stepping into it and stating what it is or what piece it is that you're desiring for them to
And,
give to you.
and try not to justify it and come to terms with it's okay that it's more than you've ever imagined before. It's okay that it's out of your price range of what you may financially be able to do with your job right now. But do you want it? That's the only thing that matters. Do you want it?
Yes.
We didn't ask
Yeah.
you how much it costs. We didn't ask you anything. The universe just wants to know, do you want it? That's it.
That's it. Literally, that's it.
And the rest is none of your business. How it gets there.
Exactly. Learning the tools that we need for the alignment and breaking
Yeah.
the blocks of limitations that you set for yourself, not anyone else. You.
You
You.
accepted you accepted those limited limitations. Yes, if it's from your parents and you're not aware, which is what subconscious is, you're gonna have to maybe allow yourself to be more conscious of every minute, and you'll find yourself questioning things as you're becoming more aware of yourself. You're like, wait, why am I thinking that, or why do I do that? And you might, and the answer might go, oh shit, ever since I was younger, like, actually that's the way it's been. But it doesn't mean it has to be. It's just that that's the way it's always been. You didn't even question it.
Right,
Start
right, right.
start questioning why you do things, and you'll find yourself that you've limited yourself more than you realize.
Guys, I hope this is what you have taken from this. Eat pizza. Okay, no, I'm kidding.
Eat.
Choosing choosing your slice, and you have all week to practice and step into.
Ellie, you're so funny.
You have all week
Yes,
to
out
step
of
into it.
everything, eat pizza. I love it. I'm
Right,
down
we just spent half an hour. This was a commercial for Pizza
for
Hut.
Pizza Hut. Make sure you get your meat lover stuffed crust right now.
I can't. Guys,
Everybody
it's been
have an
fun.
awesome, awesome day. This has been fun once again. Thank you for listening. There's going to be more to come.
See you Friday.
See you Friday. See you. Oh, shit.
That was a terrible handshake. High five.
L,
I was like,
I love that. L, stuff like that is what makes me laugh so hard. Like, I
oh
like the way
man.
you just said it was perfect. It's like we really got into that, and you just make it lighter by saying something so funny